A little more than 100 years ago, two big steps were taken in the world of music. Ava tells us about a recent and very special connection between those two events.
Back in 1913, the most influential list in the world of music first began. Although it started out by ranking the best-selling sheet music, today, Billboard is famous for ranking songs and albums in more than a dozen categories, ranging from pop to international. The other notable event took place just a few years before the birth of Billboard. A Catholic priest, Father William Finn, started the Paulist Choristers, an all-boys choir in Chicago. It would go on to win awards and perform all around the world. Over the years, the choir has changed in many ways, including adding girls, expanding across the country, and it even has a new name, the National Children's Chorus. And the reason I'm telling you about both the National Children's Chorus and Billboard is because the chorus has released an album that zoomed to the number 3 spot on Billboard's list of classical albums. Called Illumine, it's a wonderful collection of winter holiday songs. Here's an example. To make it onto a Billboard chart is not just an honor, it's a recognition that your music is receiving lots of airplay and sales. When Teen Kids News continues, we'll meet some of the voices behind the music. Be right back. Welcome back. I'm continuing my report on the National Children's Chorus and their album that hit number 3 on the Billboard Classical Albums chart. Joining us are two of the singers that are on that album, Kiran Subramanian from Austin, Texas, and Athena Artemis from Stamford, Connecticut. And they're joined by the chorus's artistic director, Luke McEndarfer. Welcome and congratulations on your impressive achievement.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before we talk about the album, tell us about the National Children's Chorus.
Well, the National Children's Chorus started with a dream to create a network of students from across the country who shared common interests and passion in music, and to bring them together both for musical dialogue and in order to participate in incredible projects. The organization has grown to roughly 1,500 students now in 8 chapter cities across the United States. So we're really excited about the growth of the organization and the opportunities that it presents students from across the country.
Kiran, why did you join the chorus?
I was moving from out of state into Austin, Texas, and I was thinking about ways that I could fill my passion for singing once I made that move and transition. And when I found out that the National Children's Chorus was starting a chapter in Austin, Texas, I was very eager to audition. And so I auditioned and I ended up getting in. And so that's kind of how I started with the NCC. I not only was moving to Austin, but joining this amazing group.
And you've been singing, though, for quite some time, haven't you?
Yes, definitely. I have been singing since I was 3. My family says that I was singing before I could speak practically.
So the chorus was definitely a good fit. Athena, same question for you. Why'd you join?
I joined because when I was maybe around 7 or 8 years old, a family friend of ours sent a link to my mom to this article about this children's chorus. And I grew up homeschooled, so I didn't do too many big activities. So my mom thought that this would be a great opportunity for me to meet other kids my age who were also interested in music the way I was. So I went to the audition and I was petrified because I'd never auditioned before, but it was such a wonderful experience. Everyone there was so kind, and that's actually where I met Mr. McEndarfer. And it just went from there. I have been a part of it for the last 10 years, and I'm so glad I joined.
That's awesome. The album is called Illumine. The dictionary says illumine means to enlighten someone spiritually or intellectually. How does the album do that?
we really wanted to create a winter/holiday album that celebrated holiday traditions from around the world. Whenever you connect people through music and open their minds and their hearts, that in itself is enlightening and follows along with the theme of our title.
Clearly, Illumin is a special album, and so was the location where it was recorded.
Recording at Abbey Road Studios, which is the most famous studio in the world, was truly an amazing opportunity, especially as a teenager, to have that ability to record in the same space that the Beatles recorded. It was truly an amazing experience.
I was feeling many of the same emotions. Walking through Abbey Road Studios, it's such an iconic place, and being able to see it right in front of my eyes, it was like a dream coming to life in front of me.
We have a clip of the chorus at Abbey Road Studio performing along with the legendary London Symphony Orchestra. Certainly looks like it was quite an experience. Besides trips to places like Abbey Road, what else makes being a part of the NCC special?
What I get the most out of it is we're not just learning pieces and just singing them. We are diving into them, learning about the history and how we are able to impact others with our music. And then we get to travel all around the world performing it.
What attracts you to choral music?
That's a very good question. Choral music has this ambience, it has this charisma, it has this flavor and type of style that just screams the sense of unity and togetherness and community, which is not only found in the musical aspect of the NCC, but the friends you make and the community you built within your chapter city and the nation. And choral music it makes me feel like home. It's like home.
Nicely said. If any of our viewers want to join the National Children's Chorus, what's the process?
Well, that is very simple. Right on our homepage is a red button which says apply. And when you click there, there's a lot of information on how to apply for the chorus, what the rehearsal schedule is in each of our chapter cities, as well as what we do during the audition.
Sounds good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Besides being a recording studio, Abbey Road is also the name of the Beatles' 11th album. Its iconic cover showing them walking across the street started a tradition. Many visitors take photos of themselves imitating the Fab Four, and so did some of the chorus. To find out more about the National Children's Chorus, check out their website. For Teen Kids News, I'm Ava.